The 2022 FIFA World Cup in Qatar hasn't even happened yet, but the focus is already turning to what will be the biggest World Cup ever held in the history of the tournament in 2026. The globe is currently gearing up for the 2022 edition in Qatar this winter, the first World Cup to be held outside of its usual summer window. In 4 years' time though, the competition will again be in the summer and be played across the USA, Canada and Mexico. In fact, the United States will be the main host and the two other countries will help to organise the event, mainly symbolically. The United States will provide 11 stadiums for the 2026 World Cup. Of the 16 host stadiums, a total of 5 are located in the other two host countries. On June 16, 2022, the 16 final match venues were allocated. Of the 80 games in the 2026 World Cup, 60 are scheduled to take place in the United States, 34 matches in the group stage, 12 in the round of 32 and 6 in the round of 16, in addition to the 4 quarterfinals, 2 semi-finals, the third place playoffs and the final. This schedule is part of the original bid United and is subject to change. The US cities that will host will be Atlanta, Los Angeles, the Bay Area, Seattle, Dallas, Houston, Kansas City, New York/New Jersey, Boston, Philadelphia and Miami. So let's see the incredible stadiums of the host cities of the FIFA World Cup 2026. You will be amazed with them. Atlanta. The Mercedes-Benz Stadium is one of 3 NFL MLS venues that will be used in 2026. The Atlanta Falcons and Atlanta United both play home matches at the stadium, which opened in 2017 and seats about 75,000. There's also a retractable roof, which when closed will no doubt make the stadium used in Manau in 2014 feel like a November night in Stoke. Boston. The Boston suburb of Foxborough hosted games at the 1994 World Cup, but the Gillette Stadium is a different venue, built near the old Foxborough Stadium. Open in 2002, the 70,000-seat stadium plays host to both American and English football, and is a good bet to host games in the latter stages of the World Cup. And with an average June temperature of 24 degrees, the England manager will be crossing all his fingers and toes for matches in Boston. Dallas. Dallas hosted matches during the 1994 World Cup at the Cotton Bowl, including the famous quarter-final between Brazil and the Netherlands. But matches 32 years later will be staged at the AT&T Stadium, which can house over 93,000 spectators. That's more than Wembley Stadium. It's huge, and considering the Texas climate, will be boiling hot too. Houston. The 72,000-seater stadium, which opened in 2002, is the home of the Houston Texans, and has staged World Cup qualifying matches for the United States in the past. NRG Stadium hosts football, soccer, and even some rodeos, which definitely won't result in a barrage of shit puns and memes in 4 years' time. Kansas City. Kansas City has one of the most passionate fan bases in MLS and consistently produces one of the best atmospheres in North America. It's safe to say that the city is already hyped about staging World Cup football. The seating capacity is about 76,000, making it the 6th largest NFL stadium, and it holds the Guinness World Record for noise level by a crowd at 142.2 decibels. Just imagine the scenes if Scotland or Ireland qualified and played there. We've got goosebumps already. Los Angeles. An absurdly large structure that can pack in over 100,000 spectators, bigger than any stadium in Europe. The SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles will need a few touch-ups to make the field big enough for World Cup football, but they've got 4 years to crack heads together and solve that conundrum. LA hosted the 1994 World Cup final, and staged the women's equivalent in 1999 for good measure. A surefire semi-final venue at a minimum. Miami. Located in suburban Miami, Hard Rock Stadium hosts both NFL and college football games. The Miami Dolphins and the University of Miami both play at the venue, which has a seating capacity of around 67,000. Miami is one of the American footballing hotbeds, with thousands of Central and South Americans making the city their home. The 2026 World Cup is bound to be one huge party, and you'll have to excuse us because we have that Will Smith song stuck in our heads now. New York and New Jersey. Just across the Hudson River from New York, MetLife Stadium opened in 2010 as a replacement for Giants Stadium. Both the New York Jets and New York Giants play NFL games at the venue, which has a seating capacity of around 87,000 and has an artificial surface which will have to be replaced before 2026. It's widely rumoured that this stadium will host the final, where England will end 60 years of hurt in spectacular fashion. Philadelphia. Lincoln Financial Field opened in 2003, and its first event was an exhibition match between Manchester United and Barcelona. The stadium, which can hold 69,000 fans, also hosted the 2015 Gold Cup final between Mexico and Jamaica, and is considered an experienced soccer venue in the United States. San Francisco. Located about 40 miles south of San Francisco, Levis Stadium opened in 2014 and has hosted several major NFL games since, including the Super Bowl in 2016. The venue has a capacity of about 71,000 and is located close to the old Stanford Stadium, which hosted matches in the 1994 World Cup. San Jose Earthquakes, the local MLS team, used to be graced by George Best in the 1970s. Seattle. Seattle has never hosted a World Cup match, but that will be rectified in 2026. The city's Lumen Field, with a capacity just shy of 70,000, is the home of the Seattle Sounders, one of the best supported teams in North America. The Sounders recently won the CONCACAF Champions League title and are worthy World Cup hosts. Anyone who thinks that people in North America are not excited for football, or as they call it soccer, and the upcoming 2026 World Cup would be wrong. The selection of the hosts of the tournament has reverberated in the USA, especially in selected cities where joint viewing parties were organised. Judging by reactions in the media and on the internet, the greatest joy was probably shown by the citizens of Kansas City. People also partied in Philadelphia and Dallas. In New York City, on the other hand, the famous Empire State Building was lit up in the national colours to celebrate being awarded the right to host the World Cup. Interestingly, this will not be the World Cup with the largest number of stadiums. This record is held by the 2002 event, when the organisers were Japan and South Korea, who prepared 10 arenas each. So tell us, which of these stadiums impressed you the most? For more videos like this, subscribe to our channel and hit the like button. Turn on that notification bell so you don't miss a thing. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.